Punched in the face to have no parents as a kid. No inheritance, it was all on him to make a life to live. No one to give to, left nothing to sit to eat for through. Made a promise to love every chance he had, to be more than primitive. At first with no friends, he was lost within. Played in a fantasy realm, it was a mental gem. He was his own villain, so Chaz naturally had something wrong with him. Although he dressed all proper and prim, the darkest him can't even be harmed to get where he is. And his innocence become perverted. But to his defense, he apologized to the people he's hurting, using his sordid tendencies of blurting incoherent thoughts as he was maturing. Better hurry up, we're still early in the story. For Chaz, life was never boring. Life became an escape. He was raised in purgatory, had to lie to get his glory. His pituitary gland developed prematurely. He was a norm that he used to use, like ignoring as a noose. No muse, his life was used to reaching a new category. In school he performed and got perfect scoring. Used to never do drugs, was too scared to be caught with his weed burning. Constantly returning back to his room because he had knowledge to be earning. And he started storing scholarships and his life got more disturbing. Edgar Allan Poe's purpose were growing as he was growing to a place where he would have never guessed that he was even going. The bungalow, 7 stories up, but first he has to endure hollow public learning. With a decade of dedication, IQ accumulated for harboring hate and luring in people he can't control. Mastering the brain requires you to be controlling, constantly owing for money that he's blowing. But people just see what he's showing, and he's sewing a new character in his show. And it's hiding and festering and blowing his mind apart with deprived thoughts of crime. And he doesn't know if he'll survive, simply cause he's in his prime. So behind the mask that's catching everybody's eye, an evil guy is lurking in the dark, deciding which side he will rely on. And we all move on okay with our own bets to lie on. But by Zion, the sky's driving crooked and knocked down all the pylons. Piles on to grip, to traction, the fact is something he tries hard to tie on to. And no one knew this whole time a monster grew, but now I guess you do now. There's more than meets the eye, Dr. Clarence was the hide. There's 2 sides here, one malignant, one benign. His grip is loose as he slips inside the noose of a double life, of a double lie. A broken heart and a shattered mind. Dr. Clarence and Mr. Hyde. So now we have a name to present. Many call him Dr. Chaz Henry Clarence. He's a man of consequence that feels like he has 2 sets of fingerprints. He's got a degree, a family, it's finally all his. As he stares through the window at some teeny tits, cause he's been drinking and just can't handle it, but he'll try his hand in it. He started at 7, not PM, AM. There's no heaven for a man with this horrid habit. His enormous head starts to spin, but he's ignoring it. He's in orbit, or maybe had a bit too much to sip. He goes to spit, but shit chokes up a lung and loses it. He gasps for air and grasps his hair, but just can't get enough oxygen. Although he's breathing, breath's not getting in. But the story isn't finished, hasn't reached the fin. The finish line hasn't been split, no, the story just begins. He administers the sins as the sinister side of him starts to spin. He's hesitant, he regains his ground and tries to grasp what is happening. He's questioning how he fucking lives, period. His career has become more than what he is. He only takes, he doesn't give, but still what gives? What is this sanity? But humanity isn't humble anymore. Everybody bears a sling, like David facing Goliath, but no one becomes the king. When backs are turned, no one is ready for the sting. This is the thing Dr. Chaz Henry Clarence likes to think about as he sings. There's more than meets the eye, Dr. Clarence was the hide. There's 2 sides here, one malignant, one benign. His grip is loose as he slips inside the noose of a double life, of a double lie. A broken heart and a shattered mind. Dr. Clarence and Mr. Hyde.